Yo, what is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description and happy shopping. Today's video, though, I wanted to bring you guys a look at this shoe right here. This is a brand new shoe from Nike. So Nike has this brand new free cushioning technology that is redesigned that piqued my interest due to its sleek design. But as somebody that is not traditionally like Nike free technology from a casual perspective, I wanted to see if the new remodel offered anything that would draw me back to Nike free. In this video, I want to cover some of the pros and cons of the new technology from a casual perspective. Please note, I said a casual perspective. This is not a running shoe channel. This is a casual lifestyle sneaker channel. So for those that want to see a running channel, this isn't it, unfortunately. Anyways, first things first, a little bit about the design and some of the key features. These things look really, really fast. I mean, they're aerodynamic looking and they have a lot of curvature to the shoe. It is definitely something different than the previous free model. As you can see from the outsole, they totally revamped the Nike free technology. Like, look at all these slices and dices and twists and turns. It's pretty crazy how free these frees actually are. That was a pretty bad pun. Regardless, this might be my favorite looking Nike free model to date. And they are basically designed for the shorter runs up to 3 miles, not the long distance runners like the Epic Reacts or anything like that. If you notice, the shoe is very, very low profile. It is very flexible on your feet and a very free midsole. In fact, these are redesigned for 26% more flexibility than the previous version of the Nike Free. As you can see, the upper is not flyknit. It is an open knit that is stretchy with reinforced layers for added protection and durability. So after my initial impressions of wearing these shoes, I wanted to give you guys my pros and cons. We'll start off first with the pros. First pro is the design is dope in my opinion. I think it looks really nice. Again, very, very futuristic looking and different. I do like how the back sort of swoops out a little bit. I know that they've been doing that with a lot of their models, so I feel like they had to go ahead and do that with the Nike Frees, but in my opinion, I like all of the other models that they have that exaggerated look, and this one is no exception. I really like what they did. The free outsole is very minimal feeling, and I actually like it. As somebody that is a massive fan of Adidas Boost and Nike React and that plush cushioning like the Zoom X offers, it's nice to actually mix it up every now and then though and have a firmer ride for your feet. In fact, the natural motion of these simulate being barefoot, which is actually really healthy for the body to be able to do. And speaking of free, I feel like this is a really cool idea and concept, at least if that's what the intent is. Grass insoles, sort of like the idea that you're running barefoot on grass, but you're running on the grass in your insoles. I mean, I don't know. I think it's cool. Maybe I'm way off the mark, but I feel like that's the reason why these are in there, and it looks cool to me. Another pro is that I actually like the upper is not flyknit. I know the flyknit version, if they have one, will be more expensive. This is only $100, which is a great price point, in my opinion, for a new model that's really lightweight and comfortable. But not having flyknit is nice on your feet every now and then. It gives you better options for more attractive uppers a lot of the time, and I feel like they delivered that with this model. Also, another pro that is very interesting is the removal of the heel counter. There's usually a heel counter, and look at the flex right here when you step in the shoe. Like, it actually collapses when I'm walking in them. It actually feels pretty good even though there's no stability right there. It doesn't feel like an unstable shoe. So a nice twist to the shoe where they added something a little bit different, and I like it and it works out well. Maybe from a running perspective, it might not be as good, but again, if you guys know, leave a comment in the comment section for other people, since obviously I'm not running in these shoes. So the last pro that I wanted to mention is that I like that they have a couple different variances of the shoe. This is a 5.0, they do have a 3.0. The 3.0 is the lowest to the ground, 5.0 is a little bit higher, and then they have traditionally had a 7.0 as well. That is a little bit higher, but I'm curious if they're going to do that with the whole idea of the free motion. Maybe the 7.0 is just a little too high, I'm not sure, but we'll see when Nike ends up releasing more information about that. So moving on to the cons of the shoe, one of the cons for me personally is just how incredibly low profile the shoe is. Some people may prefer that, but I mean, look at the distance right here between the midsole and then the top of the shoe. It's so incredibly low that even like really low ankle socks still show on the shoe, and I find that somewhat a little bit annoying sometimes when your socks are showing through and you don't want them to be showing through. And unfortunately, it's kind of unavoidable on this because of how incredibly low it is. Another con about the shoe, personally, I just don't like the design, how the offset of the laces are kind of sideways, but I mean, it is what it is, just an aesthetic thing. I know they did that for an actual purpose for runners, but for me, it just looks a little bit off. I just wanted to mention it at least. And the last con is that it was a little bit hard to get on feet. I know that I personally don't love flyknit on everything, but it is a lot more stretchy than this type of material that they used for this upper. So it is actually harder to get this to stretch up and put on your feet. So that is the last con that I thought was worth mentioning. So my final thoughts on the shoe, I actually really like the technology. I haven't been a huge fan of the Nike Free technology, again, historically speaking, but I actually don't mind it on this shoe. I think it's kind of nice. I probably still prefer React and Zoom X over the Nike Free, but that's just me personally. But it is nice to be able to mix it up when you want a firmer feel on your feet, and this definitely delivers that. I really don't like the low-cut nature of the shoe, and because of that, it probably won't get as much rotation in my collection. But the overall look of the shoe I think is pretty cool, and I can see people picking these up and wearing these around just grocery stores as well as running short distances as what they're intended for. Anyways, if you like Nike Free technology, I definitely think you should give these a try. Leave a comment in the comment section if you guys get them, and what do you think in comparison to the other Nike Free technology? Is something you like or not? But anyways, that is what we have for the video. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you guys want to buy a pair of these or the 3.0s, check the link in the description. And if you guys are new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Trying to hit 500,000 subscribers at some point this year. Anyways, have a great rest of the day, and thank you guys for stopping by and watching. More videos very soon. Peace, guys.